Can we eat outside? Can we eat outside? We can eat outside if it stops raining. We can eat outside if it stops raining. Can we watch a movie? Can we watch a movie? We can watch a movie if we finish our homework. We can watch a movie if we finish our homework. Can we go shopping? Can we go shopping? We can go shopping if the mall is open. We can go shopping if the mall is open. Can we call grandma? Can we call grandma? We can call grandma if it's not too late. We can call grandma if it's not too late. Can we bake cookies? Can we bake cookies? We can bake cookies if we have all the ingredients. We can bake cookies if we have all the ingredients. Can we paint today? Can we paint today? We can paint today if we clean the room first. We can paint today if we clean the room first. Can we play music? Can we play music? We can play music if everyone agrees. We can play music if everyone agrees. Can we dance together? Can we dance together? We can dance together if the floor is clear. We can dance together if the floor is clear. Can we read books? Can we read books? We can read books if it's quiet. We can read books if it's quiet. Can we do yoga? Can we do yoga? We can do yoga if we find our mats. We can do yoga if we find our mats. Can we go for a walk? Can we go for a walk? We can go for a walk if it isn't raining. We can go for a walk if it isn't raining. Can we visit the zoo? Can we visit the zoo? We can visit the zoo if it's open today. We can visit the zoo if it's open today. Can we fly kites? Can we fly kites? We can fly kites if the wind is strong. We can fly kites if the wind is strong. Can we go swimming? Can we go swimming? We can go swimming if the pool is clean. We can go swimming if the pool is clean. Can we write stories? Can we write stories? We can write stories if we finish dinner. We can write stories if we finish dinner. Can we build a tent? Can we build a tent? We can build a tent if we find the sheets. We can build a tent if we find the sheets. Can we feed the birds? Can we feed the birds? We can feed the birds if we have grains. We can feed the birds if we have grains. Can we play cards? Can we play cards? We can play cards if we find the deck. We can play cards if we find the deck. Can we sing songs? Can we sing songs? We can sing songs if everyone joins. We can sing songs if everyone joins. Can we make lemonade? Can we make lemonade? We can make lemonade if we have lemons. We can make lemonade if we have lemons. Can we build a puzzle? Can we build a puzzle? We can build a puzzle if we have the pieces. We can build a puzzle if we have the pieces. Can we visit Uncle? Can we visit Uncle? We can visit Uncle if he is at home. We can visit Uncle if he is at home. Can we draw pictures? Can we draw pictures? We can draw pictures if we find colors. We can draw pictures if we find colors. Can we clean the house? Can we clean the house? We can clean the house if we do it together. We can clean the house if we do it together. Can we play cricket? Can we play cricket? We can play cricket if it stops raining. We can play cricket if it stops raining. Can we make popcorn? Can we make popcorn? We can make popcorn if we find the kernels. We can make popcorn if we find the kernels. Can we take pictures? Can we take pictures? We can take pictures if the camera is charged. We can take pictures if the camera is charged. Can we go hiking? Can we go hiking? We can go hiking if the weather is good. We can go hiking if the weather is good. Can we plant flowers? Can we plant flowers? We can plant flowers if we get the seeds. We can plant flowers if we get the seeds. Can we ride bicycles? Can we ride bicycles? We can ride bicycles if the tires are fine. We can ride bicycles if the tires are fine. Can we make crafts? Can we make crafts? We can make crafts if we clean the table. We can make crafts if we clean the table. Can we go to the beach? Can we go to the beach? We can go to the beach if the sun is out. We can go to the beach if the sun is out. Can we write poems? Can we write poems? We can write poems if we get inspired. We can write poems if we get inspired. Can we play video games? Can we play video games? We can play video games if our homework is done. We can play video games if our homework is done. Can we draw cartoons? Can we draw cartoons? We can draw cartoons if we watch some first. We can draw cartoons if we watch some first. Can we visit the library? Can we visit the library? We can visit the library if we go early. We can visit the library if we go early. Can we go stargazing? Can we go stargazing? We can go stargazing if the sky is clear. We can go stargazing if the sky is clear. Can we learn dancing? Can we learn dancing? We can learn dancing if there's a class. We can learn dancing if there's a class. Can we decorate the room? Can we decorate the room? We can decorate the room if we buy balloons. We can decorate the room if we buy balloons. Can we help Mom cook? Can we help Mom cook? We can help Mom cook if she says yes. We can help Mom cook if she says yes. Can we visit a museum? Can we visit a museum? We can visit a museum if it's open. We can visit a museum if it's open. Can we fly paper planes? Can we fly paper planes? We can fly paper planes if we make some. We can fly paper planes if we make some. Can we go camping? Can we go camping? We can go camping if Dad agrees. We can go camping if Dad agrees. Can we play hide and seek? Can we play hide and seek? We can play hide and seek if everyone wants to. We can play hide and seek if everyone wants to. Can we learn a song? Can we learn a song? We can learn a song if someone teaches us. We can learn a song if someone teaches us. Can we help Dad clean? Can we help Dad clean? We can help Dad clean if he needs help. We can help Dad clean if he needs help. Can we go out for dinner? Can we go out for dinner? We can go out for dinner if we finish early. We can go out for dinner if we finish early. Can we make a scrapbook? Can we make a scrapbook? We can make a scrapbook if we gather photos. We can make a scrapbook if we gather photos. Can we visit the farm? Can we visit the farm? We can visit the farm if it's not too hot. We can visit the farm if it's not too hot. Can we take a nap? Can we take a nap? We can take a nap if we feel tired. We can take a nap if we feel tired.